Thank you for this comment. It did force me to go back and look because I just wanted to make sure, like extra, double, triple sure, that it was presented in court that these searches actually did come from Lindsay's phone. They did not come from a home computer. So the search for carotid artery, the search for how to slit your throat to die, and the search for how to turn off airbags in a Kia Sorento were all made on Lindsay's phone. Where I got this, just so everyone knows, if you're watching the trial, you probably saw it. It's Tim Chiappini was on the stand. He is from the Massachusetts State Police. He is the officer that was in charge of extracting the data from Lindsay's phone. He used Celebrite, which is a software that's used for these types of forensic extractions. There's Celebrite and there's Axiom. Those are kind of the two big brand names. He is a Celebrite expert. That's what he used. And essentially what they did was they cloned her phone. They took her phone, they pulled out every bit of information basically in the phone as it is today, like all the history, everything that's in there. And it's essentially, they're able to look at it just like they were a user of the phone. So they have the same vantage point that Lindsay would have. Now, I follow the trial on Court TV. So if you go to Court TV and you look at Lindsay Clancy trial day 13, you can fast forward to 3 hours, 10 minutes, and 28 seconds into the day. This is when Kevin Reddington's cross-examination of Tim Chiappini starts. He's talking about these three searches. And he's saying, were these on Lindsay's phone? Asking Chiappini, like, do you remember finding this search? Do you remember finding this? And of course, Chiappini's doing the universal cop thing, like, I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall. Finally, at the end of the video, and there's two different videos, but at the end of the video, he admits, and this is timed at 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 30 seconds. It's right there. It's on video, on the stand, in front of the jury. He says the universal device identifier is a match. Okay? So hold on a second. Let's get through these videos.
Did you come across, on a Celebrite report, searching for where is the carotid artery?
I don't recall.
Did you come across, might be easier this way. This is a Celebrite report on Lindsay's phone, right? Now, I understand that you might not have been standing next to another cop going through the records and documents on her phone. On this, you're able to recognize that as being a Celebrite report, right?
It is a Celebrite report, sir.
And it's a Celebrite report for her phone. You can tell by the numbers, right? Maybe this would help a little bit. You see this here where it talks about source file and it's got a number, quadruple 08110-0009225E and all the rest of them. That would be her phone, right?
I don't have that number memorized.
Of course not, but it would be in your report?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Celebrate extraction report?
It would depend on the supplemental report that you have, sir, whether or not that character was displayed.
Because this is, we agree, it's Lindsay's cell phone. Celebrate extraction report.
This item you have here, sir?
No, I'm sorry. The exhibit.
This is the count on the supplemental report, yes.
So, Lindsay, so what's the number? You must have a number that would connect to her phone, like an address, like your home address, but in fact it would be a number, right?
It's a device identifier. It is not presented in the supplemental report.
Now, I cut out a section here because there is a time where Reddington's running around the courtroom trying to find the exact right piece of paper. And unfortunately, I mean, as we're seeing, this guy didn't even bother to bring his fucking report with him. He's a cop who's going to testify and he didn't even bother to bring the data with him. But that's neither here nor there. In the second video, you're going to see where Reddington actually gets him to admit that, yes, those searches, those three really pivotal searches came from Lindsay's phone.
And did you come across, for example, a search that indicates the carotid artery?
I don't recall.
Did you come across a search on Safari, how to slit your throat to die?
I don't recall.
Did you come across a search, can you turn airbags off on Kia Sorento?
I don't recall.
Did you know that she had a Kia Sorento?
I did not.
If I approach you with this Celebrate report, sir, does that give you the numbers for what I just went through with these searches?
The universal device identifier is a match.
It is a match, okay.
Yes, between this document in my hand and the ones that you're holding.
So what's the first search on the first box?
The value associated with the source file is carotid artery.
And the next box?
How to slit your throat to die.
And the next box?
Can you turn airbags off on Kia Sorento?
Can these all came from Lindsay's phone, right?
I can't confirm that.
Well, it's a pretty good inference, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I already hear the chorus. I'm already seeing it in my comments. Well, she didn't make those searches. It doesn't matter that they came from her phone. Patrick had her phone. Lindsay's a nurse. She would never ask about carotid artery. I don't know how much further you guys can move the bar, but here's what I'm going to say. Why on earth would her defense attorney put a witness up on the stand and hammer him because he is putting on an insanity defense? I know you guys are linguistic experts when it comes to what's been stipulated, what's been confessed, what's been admitted to, what's been admitted into court. That is a bifurcation document that doesn't exist anymore because the bifurcation didn't take place. But you're not facing the cold, hard fact. Kevin Reddington has never denied that his client did this. Not once. Her attorneys, her doctors, her friends, her family, her even. Nobody's denied that she did this. Except for you. You're the only ones. And in his opening statement, and I know you're going to be like, opening statements don't count, but they do because the jury hears them. So when he said the prosecution's going to show you evidence that this woman killed her children, and he said, and I submit that you think about her frame of mind at the time. He didn't deny it. If Lindsay Clancy was flat out not guilty, his opening statement would have been something more like this. I know the prosecution's going to try to prove to you. They're going to show you evidence that this woman killed her kids. But she did not. I will show you. I will present all the evidence. I will refute every single bit of evidence they bring forward because Lindsay Clancy did not kill her children. That's how that opening statement goes. But he doesn't do that. He said, I'm going to ask you to look into her state of mind. And then he asked Patrick a question about when she killed the kids. He confirmed with Patrick when Lindsay killed the kids. He confirmed with Dr. Tufts when Lindsay killed the kids. He's never denied it. He's allowed every bit of their evidence to come in. No objections, Your Honor. Every exhibit into evidence. No objections, Your Honor. In fact, at one point, they stipulated to some of the DNA evidence and the chain of custody stuff, kind of to speed it along. Let's get to the part where we can talk about her being insane. I know this information that's on Lindsay's phone is very damning, but Kevin Reddington needs it to be. She was the one that made the search for can you treat a sociopath because she honestly believed she was becoming one. She searched bipolar, psychosis, trazodone, schizophrenia, psychosis again. She did trazodone multiple times, Wellbutrin, how you feel on trazodone. She did Seroquel multiple times, suicide multiple times, sleep multiple times, Zoloft, benzo withdrawals, and ketamine therapy. Altogether, it shows you exactly what Kevin Reddington is trying to prove. At the time of the children's death, Lindsay Clancy was suffering from psychosis and didn't know what she was doing, and she can't be held criminally responsible for her acts. That is what he's trying to prove, and he's proving it to the jury, not to you, to the jury. And every single time you say she didn't send those text messages or she didn't do it, you're saying you don't believe Kevin Reddington, one of the top defense attorneys in the city of Boston. You're saying you don't believe him. You're saying you don't support her defense theory. It was her. She made the searches. She's accountable. She knows she is. And let's just get her the help she needs.